Hi, I'm Dawn Shuler, soulful business coach and corporate trainer and consultant. For 17 years, I've worked with hundreds of entrepreneurs, businesses, and organizations to help them be more successful, more productive, and to continue the passion and purpose that they started their business or career with in the first place. See, I believe you can have it all. You can have a business that feeds your soul and is successful. The key to that is to run your business like a business. That's why I decided to do the Love Your Business Deeply 15-day challenge, where every day I'll share one tip, idea, tool, or resource to really help you be the CEO of your business. So let's get started. Hello and welcome to day 12 of Love Your Business Deeply Challenge, where I've designed this to help you run your business like a business, which is actually going to make it more successful, you happier, possibly you even more peaceful, and able to do things that you might not have otherwise dreamed of. So welcome and thank you. So for these 11 days so far, I've been covering a tip, a tool, a resource to, again, help you run your business like a business, because that's a challenge that I've been seeing with entrepreneurs and business owners, even CEOs and presidents and business owners of companies that have dozens of people and are making millions of dollars. They don't always run their business like a business. Especially the bigger you get and the more successful you get, then you really can get mired into the doing of whatever your business does, and you don't always step back to do what you need to do to run it like a business. And so if you can start that now, wherever you are in the stages of your business, the stronger the foundation you'll set, the better, again, the happier, the more peaceful, because you're not just off the cuff and running here and there. You're really getting stuff done, and sometimes you're delegating to others, and your business starts to run without you having to have this death grip, and boy, do I understand the death grip, control on your business. Today, what I want to talk about is focus, and there are several different ways that focus can show up in your business. And today I have to tell you, thank goodness I have the ability to focus, because I'm not feeling great. I've got some medical issues and it crops up every now and then. Today is one of those days, and I have to tell you, it's not been easy to do the things I need to do. Sometimes there's distractions, like having a lunch meeting, and that's a lovely distraction. And then when you don't have that distraction, then it's up to you to get things done, like it always is. So the focus is, like I said, for me, how I've incorporated it into the business is in several different ways. One is doing my quarterly planning, and I call them rocks, and this comes from the Traction System by Gino Wickman. If you haven't read Traction, go get the book now. It is on my list of top 5 books that every entrepreneur and business owner should read. And I'm sure other people talk about rocks. That idea is, if you've got sand and water and pebbles and then rocks, well, how do you all fit it into the jar? Well, if you leave the rocks till the end, you're not going to get everything in. So you start with the rocks first. And you can't have too many rocks. So I've identified what we call our quarterly rocks, and we're making steady progress. They're rocks because they're not just put it on your to-do list one day, cross them off, and they get done. If it were that easy, then they wouldn't be rocks, right? They'd be the pebbles, and they'd get done. But because they're not like the work of being in the business, the client work, the meetings, those kinds of things, it's really easy to ignore them. Or not ignore them, but just forget about them, which is what so many people do. We get so involved in the doing of the business that we forget to step back and do the running of the business, the CEO-ness of the business. So those quarterly rocks have really helped me I'll give you some examples. One of the quarterly rocks was filling out the application for our company to be certified in the state of Maryland as an MBE, Minority Business Enterprise, a DBE, a Disadvantaged Business Enterprise, because it's woman-owned, and an SBE, a Small Business Enterprise. It's been a ton of work, and I'm going to put the final pieces on it next Tuesday when I go up to the Maryland Department of Transportation and do my my application review. Another rock has been working on getting a lead generation tool up on the website. I started picking at that this week, so I'm making progress. So knowing that those are my quarterly rocks has helped me focus. Then at the beginning of every week, as I plan my week, I have what's my main focus for the week, the one goal for the week. Well, this week it was to submit a proposal to the Office of Personnel Management of the U.S. government, and it was due Wednesday, and it got done on Wednesday because that was my goal for the week. And then as part of singling out my one goal, I also have my goals that go on my Soulful Daily Business Planner as 5 things to really focus on this week. How that turned out today and why that was helpful to have that today is, I don't feel well. It's sure, could I take a day off? Could I call in sick? I could. And it's also not, it doesn't feel like I'm sick. What am I going to do? Just sit around and sit on the couch? I know I could, and I'm allowed to, but I also feel like my brain is here. It's just my physicalness that isn't. And so I looked at my focus list and said, is there something that I can do that gets me moving forward so that I'm making at least a little bit of progress and I can feel good about having done a little bit. And I did. Was it the best work I've ever done? No. But in writing and creating, which is what I was working on, I always believe commit to doing it badly, because that creative piece, that first draft, should not be perfect. If you've got perfect in your head, it's not going to be. So because I've had all these mantras and rules and helpful guidelines throughout my life and my business, it was helpful. It's like all I have to do is take this transcript of a podcast I did, start converting it into something that can turn into the lead generation for the website. That's all I have to do. When I say it wasn't perfect or it wasn't polished, it's because, all I wanted to do was really start playing around with the transcript. When I feel more energetic and creative, then I'll polish it up and make it sound great and it'll be wonderful. That's not for today. But having my focus today did help. I did allow myself to not necessarily work solid for hours and hours and hours. I did take some breaks, and I did look at, is there something I can do? And honestly, if there hadn't been something on my focus list that felt like I could do it, I would have given myself more of a break and just said, nah, not today. So I did it. The other thing, one of my other, my 5 focus things for this week was this Love Your Business Deeply challenge. I committed to doing 15 days. I believe in holding to my commitments. So I'm here. I'm thinking it's not the worst one I've done. It may not be the best, but I'm here and I'm doing it and I'm showing up. And tomorrow's topic is going to be about consistency, because that really is important. You have to focus first, and then comes the consistent piece. I don't have a tool for you today. I have created focus tools in the past, but I looked at it, and maybe it's because I've got that haze of pain, and I was like, they don't want this. Because all it is was a section like for 3 different, or maybe it was 4 different focus areas for you to fill out. Okay, well, take a piece of paper, divide it in 4, and say these are my 4 focus areas for me to fill out. There you go. Congratulations. You have the focus tool from Dawn. Woohoo. Isn't that awesome? Anyway, I hope that's helpful. I hope that the different ways that I've shared as to how I focus for a quarter, for a week, and even for a day, how that's helped me. And I hope that you find it helpful as well. For those of you that showed up live, I appreciate that very much. For those of you who are watching the recording, I appreciate you as well. Have a fabulous day and run your business like a business and run your life like a life. All right, take good care. Talk to you next time. Bye-bye. If any of what I've shared here resonates with you and you want to chat about your business, let's have that no obligation conversation to see if there's something there. It may be just what you need to have the business of your dreams.